Hello my pretties, Nyxarity here, and welcome to another Vidtober episode. Today I'm going to be talking about paranormal encounters, or what people generally think of as a paranormal encounter. Like, ooh, a ghost, or ooh, this thing, or ooh, my brain's playing tricks on me, basically. So, I was trying to think of things for Spooptober to talk to you guys about, and all of a sudden these things popped into my head that I remembered from like Halloween's past, where I'd either be watching horror movies and I'd catch something out of the corner of my eye and be like, was that real? Was it a ghost? Am I watching too many horror movies? and you know, that like chill up your spine kind of thing, or that moment when you and your best friend have had the same dream and you have no idea how. Those kinds of spoopy type things. Most of mine are like things out of the corner of your eye or like spine tingles. But I remember very vividly, gosh, I must have been like 15, maybe 16 years old, and I was watching some like horror movie from Japan, which are fantastic horror movies, by the way. Like, Japan does it right. Just now remembering this. I think the movie was like One Missed Call or something like that, in case you guys want to go look it up. And it was on like on demand, free watch, whatever. So I can't even remember if it was dubbed or if it was subbed. But it was beautifully creepy. And I remember at some point during the movie, there was some sort of like attack to somebody's neck. And all of a sudden, I just got these chills up my spine and this like throbbing pain in my neck as if I was like losing blood. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I just remember it added quite a bit to the movie, and it was pretty cool. So it was like, if some spirit was watching the movie with me and decided to spoof me out, it worked. It was cool. And now I have an interesting memory from a horror movie. The other things that I thought have been really interesting that I've experienced in the past is like, when I was a teenager, I lived in this house that was kind of on like the edge of like a grain belt. And so we'd have like coyotes and other sorts of like wildlife that occasionally happened by the house. But there was one day, I think it must have been like in the middle of summer or something, because it was so weird. One of my friends and I were watching TV, like not even like spoopy scary stuff. It was just like some cartoon or something. And both of us out of the corner of our eye see something white dash past the window. And we're going, what the hell was that? It was some sort of large shape. At the time, I was kind of dealing with some mental illness stuff, so I just chalked it up to that. But I had this recurring entity that I experienced during my mental problems, and so I automatically assumed it was that. And because a friend of mine saw it too, I'm almost wondering if maybe it was some sort of like spirit or something letting us know it was there, or maybe it was just some animal that happened to be white. I can't think of anything that would be in the Seattle area. I mean, you know, they've got like Arctic wolves, but nothing in the Seattle area that would be like that. So I have no idea what that was, but spoopy things. There are plenty of times, you know, I've heard raps at the window, things that obviously are wind, or, you know, that's the obvious, like, write-off or whatever. But, it's very interesting, because not only do these spoopy things kind of happen periodically, but a lot of these things happen when I'm around other people, so I have validation that something's actually going on. But it's so weird, because I don't know if it's the specific complex that I'm in, or if it's my mental issues relapsing. But, sometimes when I go to bed, either, like, it must be like a neighbor's TV is on when they're watching something, but I tend to hear voices sometimes when I'm going to bed. And it's one of those times when I like go to bed earlier in the night, so like before midnight. Which is what leads me to think that maybe a neighbor's TV is on. Maybe the wind's carrying it just right and I'm hearing it. But it always freaks me out. You know, I get that chill up my spine like, is there something there trying to communicate with me? And I would like to think that in some cases, yes, there are spirits and entities out there that would be hoping to communicate or would just happen to be communicating. But I'm also a skeptic, so there are things that obviously to me are the wind, a tree branch, what have you. But I really like all of those spoopy paranormal type things. So if you guys have a spoopy or non-spoopy paranormal story that you'd like to share, I would love to hear about it down in the comments below. And yeah, so thanks you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and leave this video a like if you liked it. Again, leave those spoopy scary stories down below. I love hearing them, even if they're not true. Make one up and send it to me, because I love hearing things like that. They're just interesting to me. But yeah, thanks again so much, guys. Go ahead and subscribe for more great content. This is Nyxarity signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. But it is also my goddaughter's birthday today, so happy birthday. I don't know if you're watching this video, I don't know why you would be. God, I hope she doesn't show you these videos. Poor child, be sheltered. But she turns 3. Contact problems.